What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today we got the Gigantasourus wall-mounted bust by Infinity Studios. Decent sized box, decently heavy. So here it is. I did get this from Bruce Way at Inner Studios. So he hooked me up with this. He had it first. Excited to see this. Hopefully we can get the T-Rex not too much long after this. Getting both. Excited to get this. So we're just going to set it up right here. You'll notice the alien bust is gone. I actually sold it today. But don't worry. It'll come back home soon. Just making some money. So we'll go ahead and set it up right there and see how it is. For now, we're just going to be doing the desk mount, not wall mount, until I truly need to wall mount it. Because I hate wall mounting stuff. It's a pain in the butt. So we're just going to do that mount until, we have to. Alrighty, so it did have this giant letter in it in Chinese. Not sure what that is. Infinity Studio gloves. And what's this, the COA? Yeah, I believe it's a COA. Yeah, so let's see what that looks like. 95 of 499. So nice little COA similar to their bus. Go ahead and open this up now. Alrighty, so here's what we're greeted with. And looking at it, I actually do not have the normal stand. This one is just the bus. So we are going to have to wall mount this. Looks like just the claw hands are, the things that come off. Looking at the scale, this is bigger than I anticipated, which is good. Because I wasn't sure how good this would scale. But looking at the size, again, I'm probably leaning towards 1/6 scale. Not quite as big head-wise as my old T-Rex bus I had from Chronicle. So it's not 1/5. It's between 1/5 and 1/6 for sure. But it is a good size, and it's definitely a lot deeper than the Chronicle was. And looks like they included... wow, they actually included like everything you need to wall mount it, like an actual screwdriver with screws and everything. That's kind of cool. You also get a duster, and they always include these. But check out those glass eyes. Let's go ahead and just get out and put it over there. Now, I don't think I'm going to use their screws or, the wall stud things. I have superior ones that I'm going to be using. So, yeah, those ones, like, that's tiny. I have ones that support up to 65 pounds each that I'm going to be using. But, yeah, here is the bust. Obviously, I'm going to have to wall mount this, so we'll have to do that. Now that I have, at least this, I can, gauge the size of the T-Rex to ensure they're both, apart from each other with sufficient distance. There is a little bit of styrofoam stuck to the bottom of the sticky thing. But there it is, And the screwdriver is kind of weird. I've never seen anything like this. Check this out. It's unique. So, hey, I'll take it. I wasn't expecting it. This is where these come in. There is a seam line, but it's not too bad. And, I think once it's all set up and done, it's not going to be a issue. So now I got to determine, I'm pretty sure I want this on the left side considering his angle. And then the T-Rex right there, so they're kind of, leaning towards each other, I suppose, since they did fight in the movie. So we'll do him on the left side, T-Rex on the right, and definitely give a solid probably 6 to 7, 8 inches in between the two. Alrighty, let's go ahead and wall mount it. Alrighty, folks, so this are the wall things I use. I get them off Amazon. They hold up to 65 pounds. So I'm actually using my original T-Rex one, which I kind of just covered with a leaf. And then I just installed another one right here. So my other T-Rex one is actually there, which I'll cover with a leaf. And then the T-Rex wall mount is going to go like right there. So it's going to go right here, right on top of the freaking leaves, just like that. Alright, YouTubers, before I show it to you, I did want to get a little bit closer on the certificate of authenticity. Yeah, no indication of scale But, you know, if you wanted to display it like underneath it, you know, wall mounted, you could. But I'll honestly probably just keep those in the box. But here it is. I did get a really good height, so we have plenty of space right here to do the T-Rex more or less like right there. Definitely a good scale. Like, you know, when I compare it to like the Dilophosaurus, knowing how big they are, it's probably to scale. Probably. You know, I would say it's as accurate as I can probably get. So, this is the main villain of Jurassic World Dominion, which I personally am a big fan of that movie. I'm probably going to watch it tonight, actually. Well, still watching Lord of the Rings, but I'll watch it soon. Maybe when I get the T-Rex. But I loved that movie. It brought back everything from all the movies. I really liked that. I did like this dinosaur as the main villain. I do think the end battle could have been a little bit longer. It was a little too quick. Nevertheless, fantastic movie. Now, I would probably rate the movies Jurassic Park, Jurassic World Dominion. So this definitely has a lot of cool things I'm seeing right now. So you got this sort of like drool effect on his teeth. Not every tooth, but, you know, like one, almost like every four kind of on the top. The bottom doesn't really have drool. It definitely has a very glossy mouth, you know, because it's the big open. His tongue is something very interesting as well. It sort of has like these little spikes, you know, and I know a lot of animals have that. I forget exactly what that does. I'm sure someone will comment that. But the inner mouth looks stellar. The gloss and paint app looks good. The teeth look really good. You know, I definitely like that. The overall paint app looks really well done. Yeah, the seam lines aren't that bad just because, you know, he has like these folds in his arm. So it kind of just like blends in pretty good. You know, and obviously they did that for safety reasons. So lots of good scarring throughout. You know, he's been around for a while. Some good shading as well. Like different browns and like coats of blue. The main base on him is pretty simple. You know, it's just a Jurassic World Dominion. It actually reminds me a lot of that. Slightly smaller, but Jurassic World Dominion looks just like that, I swear. Really cool, actually. And then him more or less like breaking out of a wall, which is really cool. Definitely a much better base than my, you know, last Chronicle T-Rex. And I do like the fact that this is not just a head. You know, that was the problem with the Chronicles. Just a head, like it cut off right there. This one, you get some body, you get the claws, which adds quite a bit. It also reminds me of the old Weta. You remember I had the V-Rex and the Gigantasourus, like the Velociraptor version from, you know, King Kong. Those were very cool busts. Very cool. And this reminds me of that. Obviously, this is, you know, much better paint app from this movie. I did like those busts quite a bit. They didn't have the glass eyes like this. This definitely has a better paint app, and it's bigger. You know, it's kind of crazy how many I've gone through over the years. Yeah, this probably is not the best angle simply because of that. Let me see if I can... Trying to see if my spotlight can get to it, but yeah, spotlight is struggling. So yeah, the best angle obviously is going to be right here. Or, you know, if you're looking at it straight on, that's kind of the angle. I find like with dinosaurs, it's always best to view them from the side, you know, sort of like that. If you view them from straight on, you know, you never can see them good. It always has to be a side angle. You know, so from him, I would say his best angle is this side. You know, as I'm walking down the hallway, that's kind of the look, which it does look really badass. You know, it has really nice, like scales almost is how his skin looks, very reptilian look. This one looks, you know, a lighter tan brown. You can see like blue shading, similar to like the Prime 1 statue, where it has a very prominent blue throughout. Yeah, overall looks really good. Check out those eyes. So they're glass eyes. Much, so much better than the old Chronicle T-Rex bust I had. The eyes on that one drove me absolutely crazy. They were the worst painted T-Rex eyes I've ever received. You know, like worse than the Iron Studios 1/10, that 1/8 by Prime 1. And it was 1/5. It's big. It's supposed to look really good, but the paint app sucked. It was very subpar. You know, the Chronicle's best achievement ever is this. This is a masterpiece. That's the best statue they've created. Additionally, I do like their 1/5 T-Rex, which they did add glass eyes, but on the 1/5 bust, they cheaped out on you. Plus, you give it a very subpar paint app. This one, I got no complaints in terms of paint app. It looks real good. You know, it looks just like the dinosaur from the movie. I like the concept. The price is good, especially for what you get. You know, it's like a $750 piece. So, you know, it's definitely well worth that money. I think if you're a Jurassic collector, getting these Infinity Bus is really a no-brainer. Because that's really cool looking. Coming out of that wall like that, I like it a lot. So I'm very excited to get the T-Rex now to go right there. And then underneath is where we're going to do the Gigantasaurus 1, 15th scale. And if I do happen to go down the Prime 1 rabbit hole, I'd get the Tyrannosaurus and the T-Rex there. And the only way I'd do that is if I sell Warcraft. If we sold Warcraft, we could move video game over, return Raptor and Dilophosaurus there, and then I could, buy those. But if we don't sell that, or unless we have moved, if we moved Game of Thrones, then we could also do it. But those are the only ways I could, move the Dilophosaurus and Velociraptor. The Dilophosaurus and Velociraptor, goodness, these names kind of get to you. Overall, I'd probably rate this a 9 out of 10, though. It's a good scale, really good paint out, really good detail. So thank you, Bruce, at Inner Studio for this. Now I need to get the T-Rex bust. So hopefully I can get that real soon, because now that I got this, I'm like, ooh, I need that T-Rex bust instantly. Because I like that one even more. I think it has a better base. And obviously, it's the T-Rex, the best one of them all. But this one's definitely extremely cool. It looks more like a lizard or almost like a Komodo dragon, So very, very cool, though. So awesome piece. Thank you, Infinity Studios. I'm wondering if they're going to make any more of these type of busts. I wouldn't mind a bust like this of all of the, Super Predators. Give me one of him, even like those two. A Raptor, Dilophosaurus, all in that same scale would be really cool. Although, technically, that would just be that one mounted there. But if you made it as big as this, that's almost life size. The Raptor, obviously, much bigger. But, yeah, very, very cool. Love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day, and happy Thanksgiving, folks.